When Lee-Boo-Jin married her bodyguard in 1999, it felt like a fairy tale. But for many in Korea, it was a big scandal. BJ's family is one of the richest in the world, worth about $70 billion, while her bodyguard came from an ordinary family. Despite their differences, they got married. But soon, their fairy tale turned into a nightmare. So why did they divorce? And what is the real story behind BJ marrying someone from a simpler background? Watch the full video to find out. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to get notified when I upload a new video. Let's get started. Rich people in America are free to marry whoever they want, but things are different in Korea. The largest corporations in South Korea are controlled by about 20 families, known as chaebols, and they usually marry each other. Samsung is the most powerful company, and the Lee family is like royalty. Samsung was founded by Lee Byung-chul, who passed the business to his son, Lee Kun-hee. Many people thought that BJ was the favorite child of the former head of the Samsung group, even though he had 4 kids. He often took her to important events and proudly showed her off. Because of his strong love for her, the media called her the Samsung princess. So, when BJ announced she was marrying her bodyguard, everyone in the country was shocked. Stories of the super rich marrying the poor may seem romantic in books and women's magazines. However, in real life, marriages between people from different backgrounds can often turn into nightmares. So, what exactly happened in this case? BJ was born in Seoul on October 6, 1970. Her father is the late billionaire chairman of Samsung, and her mother is a rich businesswoman and philanthropist. She graduated from Daewon Foreign Language High School in Korea. After that, she earned a bachelor's degree from Yonsei University, one of Korea's top 3 schools, and later got her MBA from MIT in the United States. When she came back to Korea after her studies, her father made her the CEO of Hotel Shilla, a company in the Samsung group. Worried about her safety, he decided to get her a bodyguard. He trusted Lim woo-jae the most, so he assigned him to protect her. Little did he know, this would be a decision he would regret for the rest of his life. Lim came from an ordinary family, and his parents owned a small shop. He began working before finishing high school and got a security job at Samsung Group. He didn't have a lot of money, a special background, or extensive knowledge. BJ was 2 years younger than Lim, who was quiet, attractive, and gave her a sense of security. Their relationship developed quickly, and they fell in love. When BJ told her father about her feelings for Lim, he was not happy and told them to break up right away. He wanted BJ to marry someone from a rich family. For example, the CEO of Samsung married the daughter of a big company's president, and BJ's sister married the son of a major newspaper's president. Unfortunately, BJ's other sister died in the US, apparently because she couldn't be with the person she loved. But BJ was determined to marry Lim and refused to consider anyone else. After 4 years of insisting, her dad finally agreed. Their wedding took place in August 1999 and caused a big scandal. It caught the attention of both the business world and the public because their story felt like a fairy tale. The press even called Lim Mr. Cinderella because he came from an ordinary background. After getting married, he no longer had to work as a bodyguard and was sent to MIT in another country for more education. At first, Lim thought being rich meant having fun and spending money on whatever he wanted, but now he had to concentrate on his studies, which was hard for him. While in the US, he became frustrated and upset, often playing video games and reading in bed instead of studying. He found it very difficult to focus on his schoolwork. Later, he admitted that he had tried to end his life twice during this tough time. Since he struggled to understand his studies, BJ's father brought him back to Korea and made him vice president of Samsung Motor. However, Lim didn't have basic business skills, was very inexperienced, and wasn't right for the job. The company employees made fun of him and took away his responsibilities, which made him feel less confident and angry. He felt that the Lee family always looked down on him, and sadly, he took out his anger on his wife. Lim started using alcohol and even became physically aggressive toward BJ, even though she was pregnant. She chose not to tell the police or her family to avoid causing controversy for the company. During this difficult time, BJ's incredible skills saved Shilla Hotel from bankruptcy. In just a few years, she increased the hotel's performance by 650%. Because of this success, she became the first female president of Samsung Group. Seeing that he was unhappy and not doing well in life while his wife was successful, Lim felt very uncomfortable. Instead of trying to make things better, he started drinking heavily, spending money freely, and having affairs with famous people. On the outside, they looked like a happy couple with no issues, but things were very different behind the scenes. BJ couldn't cope with the situation, and they separated in 2007 after 8 years together. In 2014, she filed for divorce. At first, Lim begged her not to go through with it, but when he realized it was inevitable, he asked BJ for about $1 billion as a breakup fee. The divorce took 5 years because of the huge amount of money, and because BJ was the eldest daughter of the Samsung Group. Finally, in 2019, the South Korean court made a big decision. BJ had to pay about $6 million to Lim to end their marriage. At first glance, that seems like a lot of money. But when you consider that BJ is worth nearly $4 billion on her own, not including her family's wealth, it's actually quite small. And so the famous Samsung Cinderella story reached its end, but sadly it didn't have the fairy tale ending everyone expected. Even after the divorce process started, there was still a lot of drama. Some people said she might have planned everything from the beginning. Normally, daughters of wealthy families marry influential men to strengthen family ties and often become housewives. But BJ chose a different path. She married a regular guy, stayed married, and built an impressive career. She did so well that the board members wanted her to be the temporary CEO of Samsung Group when her brother got into legal trouble for corruption. In South Korea, where it's often difficult for women to succeed, her story is different. Even after the divorce, she is thriving. She is now the second richest woman in South Korea and one of the 100 most powerful women in the world in 2023, according to Forbes. At 53 years old, she still looks beautiful. Her son, who is about 16, rarely appears in public. This story shows that fairy tales are only in books, and real life can be challenging. Do you think BJ made the right choice by marrying a simple guy instead of a rich one? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to O Channel for more. As always, thank you for watching. See you in the next video.